Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm out here in the train building this morning for two reasons. Number one, my wife is still asleep. And number two, I brought you out here to show you the progress that I made on the layout. But before we get into the progress and the layout, I had a comment on here about the sleep schedule if you work for the railroad, how to adjust your sleep schedule. With me, it's very hard because I have three cats and a dog that live in the house. And my wife, she likes to talk to her pets a lot during the day. So trying to sleep during the day is very difficult for me, but I do the best I can. To begin your sleep schedule, first thing you can do is, number one, find out where you're at on the extra board. You can do it on your phone. You can do it on your computer at home. You don't have to do this at your yard terminal or at the yard office. You can do all this at home. You can log in the mainframe and find out where you're at on the extra board. And if you're like the second or the first one to get called out, then you can log into the yard switcher positions or your local positions or your utility man positions or the road positions and find out if there are any vacancies on any of those jobs. So let's say if you know what time yard job T85 comes on duty, for an example, they usually fill in all the off days for the other yard jobs. And for an example, T84, they operate from 4 in the afternoon to midnight. If you look on there and if the conductor calls off sick on that job and you're the next one to get called out off the extra board, then you know you're going to get called out at 4 o'clock that afternoon. So the best thing to do is, first thing you do whenever you wake up in the morning, look at the extra board and find out where you're at. And if you're the next one to get called out, go in and find out where there are any vacancies. And then if you have a vacancy that is available for an evening job for that day, I suggest that you try to go to sleep, preferably right after you eat lunch. If you wake up in the morning, go about your morning, do what you need to do, grab you some lunch, and then try to go to sleep as soon as you get done eating lunch before you get called out that afternoon. And so that kind of gives you an idea when you could get called out. There was this one night where I got called out. It was totally unexpected. I had not gotten any sleep that day before I got called out that night. And so I had to go to work that night without any sleep the day before. And it was doable, but I was very tired at the end of the night. And so yeah, always keep an eye on the extra board and keep an eye on the vacancies. And that's the best way I can tell you to adjust your sleep schedule. Like I said, for an example, I woke up Thursday morning, and I saw that there was a vacancy for the utility man job on night shift. So I'd done what I had to do that morning, ate some lunch about 11 o'clock, and finished my lunch about 12 o'clock because I usually eat with my wife at a restaurant that her family owns. And so I just go over there and eat with her over there. And then it took me about an hour, so I got home about 12 o'clock. I went to sleep, and my phone rang at about 5 o'clock that afternoon. And I woke up and got ready to go, head to the rail yard to go to work. And so, I mean, sleep schedule is doable. If if you kind of have an idea when you're going to get called out, where you're at on the extra board and where the vacancies are at, that is the best way to find out when you need to get some sleep. And the more you do the mainframe and the more you look in there where all the vacancies are at, the more you do that, the better you are at adjusting your sleep schedule, and the better you will become at knowing when you're going to get called out next. Right now, there are 4 guys ahead of me right now on the extra board. Um, so I will be there are 4 guys ahead of me on the extra board right now, so they should fill in all the vacancies for today. And so I won't be getting called out for this evening because there aren't any vacancies available for today. And tomorrow and Tuesday are my rest days, so I should have a 3-day weekend, according to what the mainframe looks like. And so I'm very excited about that. But yeah, that's how you can adjust your sleep schedule. Just look at the mainframe, find out where their vacancies are at, and look and see where you're at on the extra board. That is the best way to determine when you need to go to sleep that day, or if you need to get some sleep that night, or however it works for you. Just go in there, and that's how I would suggest you do that. If you have any more questions about the sleep schedule, if I haven't made sense, don't be afraid to PM me. Like, if you don't want the public to know about your questions, I'm open to private messages on Messenger through Facebook. Just use my YouTube channel name and look me up on the Facebook Messenger, and I'll be happy to answer your questions on there if you'd rather me do that for you. Like, you can get on there, and if you tell me, what I told you today didn't make sense about the sleep schedule, then I'll kind of try to do my best to describe a little bit better about the sleep schedule if what I told you didn't make sense. But hope that answered your question. And while we're on the subject about the career, yesterday, I had to work a train yesterday in the rail yard. He had to pick up some auto racks. He had to leave some auto racks on the main line, pick some more auto racks up out of the yard, and go back to his train. But whenever the conductor had to ask for some pin slack, whenever those auto racks slack in, it pushes the drawbars off to the sides, so it makes them out of alignment. And so whenever I had to couple them back up, I had to move those drawbars back over to the center, and which was very difficult because you have to put your back up against the drawbar and push it off to the side. And they show you how to do all this in McDonough, Georgia. And if you're in a situation where you can't get them moved on your own, always ask for help. There are always going to be guys out there to help you if you need help. Don't hurt yourself trying to do all this on your own. I was fortunate enough where I was able to do it on my own yesterday, but I almost got to the point where I had to ask for help. But if you do need help with moving a drawbar or something of that nature, call in your yardmaster and say, hey, I need help with this drawbar. Can you send a carman out here to help me? Those guys are out there to help you, and they'll send somebody out there to help you. And don't think that you have to do it on your own. There's always people out there that'll help you. So always keep that in mind. And so with that being said, I'll show you what I got going on here on the layout. I got all the bench work finished for the HO scale level. And here you can see I got more road bed laid. I think right over there is where I made the last video for the update on that corner. Got the road bed strung up along here. 2-inch centers here on the straight sections, 2.5-inch on centers here in the curves. So I can run longer equipment through the curves without them bumping into each other. So from here, around this corner here, and then loop up around to right there is how much further I got to go to get the main lines finished. And then hopefully by the end of this week, I can start running trains. Like I mentioned earlier, I should have a 3-day weekend coming up starting today. So I'll have a lot more time in here to get more road bed laid, some track laid, and go from there. So that's what I got going on here. And so that's about all I have for you today. Today is Sunday, July the 23rd, I believe it is, or something in that neighborhood. And so I appreciate you guys sending me your comments. Excuse me. I appreciate you guys sending me your comments and your inputs and everything. I really appreciate you guys tuning in. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. The more you guys subscribe, the quicker I can get to going on YouTube Live. I'd love to do a live channel here on YouTube for you guys. because I'm really looking forward to talking to you guys live, and I think that would be awesome to be able to interact with all you guys live instead of doing these videos and just relying on comments. Don't get me wrong, I enjoy your comments, but it'd be a lot more fun for me to talk to you guys live and see your comments live. And so if you hurry up and hit that subscribe button, it won't cost you nothing. Then I can get on here live and maybe do some tutorial videos of track laying or something for you guys, and maybe do a live video of progress on the layout. And so we'll see what happens. But it's already been 10 minutes. I'm going to get off of here. I got to get ready for church. I ain't been to church in a couple weeks because of my career, but I got to get in there and get saved, repent, all that good stuff. And but appreciate you guys for stopping in, tuning in. Like I said, if you have any questions or if you feel free to PM me, I'm open to any private messages that you may have, and hope to see you guys on the next one.